Hi ladies, welcome to part 2 of my February mini album for Jeannie for the TWS mini album swap club. Just making covering one of the smaller tabs there in my paper bag mini album. Just cutting it to size and adhering it to the page. First off, inking the edges, and I'm using probably my favourite distress ink, the Vintage Photo, and now adhering it down on that flap. And now I'm going to make a pocket for that flap using some plain white or very vanilla cardstock. So it's just going to be a small pocket. And now just covering that pocket edge there with some of the designer paper from the pack I'm using. Just cutting the excess off there. And now just inking the edges again with Vintage Photo Distress ink. And now using my second favourite distress ink, that's the Aged Mahogany. Because the album's in the pinks and browns, that's what I used mainly throughout this album. So now just adhering it to the back of that flap. Just working out how I adhere those sides down, just using the ATG. That forms the pocket there. Now I'm cutting some paper out of the same pack to make a library card pocket. Just scoring a 1/2 inch either side of that piece there, just working out how far I'm going to have that front piece fold up towards. And I have no real measurements or design here, so just winging it as I go, just to make it to the size that I need for that small flap. So now just using my paper trimmer to cut off the excess strips there on the scored sides. And now just trimming the bottom edges there, so it folds under neatly. You usually have the scored edge just a little bit wider to allow for room inside the pocket. So there I'm just tidying up the bottoms of those edges there. And now rounding the top corner edges, and then I'm punching out using the small oval punch from Stampin' Up, just a section at the top for the tag to go in. And so you can see there that I've got that upside down, that designer paper. There's actually words on there. So while I'm inking the edges, I'm wondering what the heck I do to get around this. So I think I've decided what I'm doing. So I'm just attaching those sides now, and then adhering the whole pocket down to the flap. So how I get around that is I take some more of the same designer paper and use one of my circle punches from Stampin' Up to stamp out a few of those polka dots with the words on it. To cover up my mistake there. So just there working out which of the two stamps that I'll use, and decide to use the smaller circle stamp punch. So lesson learned, to actually think about how you are going to apply your adhere your designer paper down, and how it's going to look once you put it on the paper. And if there are any designer papers there that you're using that have words on it, just check the orientation of it. So I'm just inking the edges and then adhering them to the pocket there using some thin dimensionals. And I've often found that any little mistakes that we make with our projects, or what we think we're doing and doesn't turn out the same way, we can actually fix that. We can fix our little mishaps. We can to show something that may even be better than what you originally thought, or good enough anyway. So it's not the be all and end all if you make a mistake. They're just learning processes. So there were only two words on that, two circle words on that pocket, but I just decided to add another one just to give it a bit of, even it out a bit. So that's it. Turned out okay in the end. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 3. Hopefully there won't be too many parts to this one. Bye.